Hello guys, welcome back to the video. In this video, I have another song figure that I have chosen for you. It is a Weird Al song. It's called Trapped in the Drive-Thru. I think it's parody of Trapped in the Closet, I think. That's what the parody song is, Trapped in the Closet, I think. I would like the Weird Al version. This is Trapped Drive-Thru, and this question... This evening, question day is, what is your favorite drive-thru place that you would get food at? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. So, guys, here we go. Okay, here we go now. Two o'clock in the evening, watching something stupid on TV. I'm zoned out on the sofa. When my wife comes in the room and sees me. And she says, is that behind the music? With leather skinner. I said, I don't know. She's gonna be late. What you do for dinner? She said, I kinda had a late big lunch. So I'm not super hungry. She said, well, you know, we made. I'm not sorry either. But I could eat. She said, so what did you have in mind? I said, I don't know. What about you? She says, I don't care. You're not hungry, so let's eat. She said, what are we gonna do? But first you got to tell me, what is it you're hungry for? And she says, let me think. What's in the refrigerator? I said, well, there's two that I know. She says that went bad a week ago. I said, is it chili okay? She said, you faced that yesterday. I hopped up and said, I don't know. Do you want to get something delivered? She says, like, why would I want to eat liver? I don't even like liver. I'm like, no. I said, delivery, no. She said, yes. I heard you say liver. I'm liver. What do you say? She said, whatever. I just don't want any liver. Well, I was gonna say something, but my cell phone started to ring. Now who could be calling? Check my ID. I'll check my caller ID. It was just cousin Larry. Call for the third time. My wife says, my voicemail. I said, okay. Where were you? Oh, dinner, right. She said, what do you want to do? She says, why don't you put me up? I'm in the kitchen. Yeah, I said, why don't you? Then she said, baby, can we just go out for dinner, please? I say no. She says yes. I say no. She says yes. I say no. She says yes. Well, here's your key. Step a little bit closer. She says, okay, where you want to go? She says, how about the Ivy? I said, well, I don't know. I don't feel like getting dressed up and eating expensive food. She says, oh, darn. Yeah, I'm not in the mood. And Burrito King would make me gassy. Tis no doubt. She said, just forget about it. I said, no, I swear I'm gonna take you off. To get an idea. I say, what do you do? She's what? I guess she's what? I'm going to the drive-thru. So we head out the front door, open the garage door, then I open up the car doors. Then we get into those car doors, put my key in the ignition, then I turn it sideways, then we fasten our seatbelts. As we pull out the driveway, then we go to the drive-thru, heading off to the drive-thru. We're approaching the drive-thru, getting close to the drive-thru, almost there at the drive-thru. Now we're here at the drive-thru, here in the lane at the drive-thru. Did I mention the drive-thru? Well, here we are, in the drive-thru lane, me and her. Cars in the front of us, cars in the back of us, just waiting to order. There's some idiot in the Volvo with his beams on behind me. I let him scream his head. Hey, what you trying to do? Fly me? My wife says maybe we should park. We could go inside and eat. I said I'm wearing bunny slippers. I ain't leaving this ride. That woman on the speaker box says, can I take your order, please? She said, did you surely can? Yes. I'd like 2 hamburgers with onion cheese. The wife says, babe. Hold on, I haven't changed my mind. I think I'm gonna have a chicken. Inside. I said, you want to get a cheeseburger? She said, that's not what I'm hungry for. I put my hand in my hand and screamed. Who are you anymore? The voice of the woman says, did I have all day? She says, they'll take the work. We'll be on our way. I want to get a chicken sandwich. I want a cheeseburger too. She's like, would you want onions on that? Yeah, I already said that, I do. Plus, we need curly fries. And don't you forget it. 2 medium root beers. Don't just what? We're splitting it. So I said, I guess you're probably not right. She read me back my order. Just make sure you got it right. She says, would you like a chicken sandwich? 2 1 cheeseburger? 3 curly fries and a large root beer. Stop. Don't go further. I never ordered a large root beer. I said medium, not large. They said we're having a special. Surprise. Okay. Oh. And that's all. Because it was. Oh. So there is someone else. I think you should know. You have it until refunds. Until refunds. For just a quarter. So have a great experience in the drive-thru. So I went for that. She says, wait a minute. Your voice sounds familiar. Hey, is this Paul? My voice is alright. No, that's not Paul. Tell me who's this Paul? Oh, he's just a guy who goes to school with me. Sat behind him last year. I said, I know a guy named Nick. He'd be a plumber. He's permanently bald. with Christopher last summer. Chris has a bladder problems. Billy bent to the tone. He says, Mr. Please, can you stop right there? There's no more, I don't need. There we both were. Things got really intense. Uh, if things got really intense, then she says, they both got quiet. Really got insane. Next window, please. Every $5.82. She agreed like, move very slow. Get a little bored, so I turned on the radio. Turn it off. My wife was getting a headache. We both just sat there quietly for her sake. Then I looked at her and she looked back at me. I said, I think you have something in your teeth. She, she turned away from me, then turned back. I said, did I get it? I say, yeah, well, yeah, most of it. But you don't you, sweetie. She said, how about you? I said you almost got it. There's a bit there, but don't worry, it's probably just a piece of toast. Now we're at the pay window, whatever you call it. I put my hand in my pocket. I can't believe there's no wallet. And then at the window's like, well, that would be 582. I turned to my wife and says, how much have you got on you? She just rolls her eyes and says, I'll pay for this, I guess. So I reached into her purse, bust out the 8 American Express. I hold it to the lady. And she says, oh dear, it's gonna be cash only. We don't take credit cards here. I took back the credit card and said, do you really want it? That's what I found out. My wife was only carrying $3. So I thought you were gonna hit the ATM today. She says I never got around to it. She said, where's your wallet anyways? But I said, never mind. Just help me find some change. The lady at the window is looking kind of strange at me. And she says, Mister, please, you gotta move this line a lot. I said, now hold your lady, we won't be long. She looked around inside the glove box. She checked them out beneath my feet. I found nickel in a couple pennies and a dime in the space between the seats. Before I had a pile of coins of every sort. They counted up and says, you still got $1 short. Now my woman says weird, froze her face. She screamed. You look really hungry in the first place. So I turned around to the cashier again and shrugged and says, okay, forget the chicken sandwich then. So I picked up my change, picked up my receipt. I drove into the pickup window. Man, I just can't wait to eat. Now here we see this athlete with a kid about 16 wearing a dorky name that says, hello, my name is Eugene. He hands me a paper bag. I look him in his eyes. He says, hi, Eugene. So I could get the ketchup for fries. When he looks at me, I look at him. And he looks at me. I look at him. And he looks at me. And I look at him. And it says, I'm sorry. What did you want again? I said ketchup. And he says, oh yeah, that's right. Just spaced out there for a second. It really kind of burnt tonight. They hands me the ketchup. They were finally driving away. This food was driving me mad. This is the regret of starving to death. Time we pull out the traffic light. I say, baby, give me that burger. I gotta have a bite. She reached in the bag and pulls out the burger. And you hand me the burger. I pick up the burger. Then I further wrap the paper. Bite into those buns. Just can't believe it. They forgot the onions. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know your favorite fast food place that you guys would go to. Leave a like, comment, subscribe.